I caught a curl. Yep. Okay. Wanted to catch him before he tried to run away. Alright, I didn't know someone bunny. Hello, Philharmonians. It is Hopeful Wednesday. I do know a lot of things are going on. So I know a lot of things are going on right now that is scary at the moment. Unfortunately, I have been affected with that as well. As I've always mentioned before, I am disabled, I'm autistic, and ADHD and all that fun stuff, and my psych doesn't want me to work. So, even though I founded Harmonia, and do put all this work in, it's a lot harder than a lot of people think. Honestly, with as long as I have medication, I'm usually okay. But in reality, just even with medications, going out and hearing lights, sounds, just like that, I stress out and shut down. So I don't usually do well in videos. So, but as I said, I never edit. I have no reason to, because I want you to see me. I don't want you to see, like, fake me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to say fake me, but people who are autistic and ADHD have a tendency to mirror other people, and their emotions and stuff like that, but it results into burnout. And which is another reason why it's nearly impossible for me to work. So I've been affected. How I've been affected is my food stamps as well has been discontinued for November. I do want to share some news though. I usually use GoPuff for a bit for my Snap and everything, and they are giving out $50 of free groceries with free delivery. That is Kuro trying to get into a bag. Actually, it's a GoPuff bag. So, let's go Puff. I'm not, and you see the shaking. That's Kuro scratching on the wood. Anyways, I'm not sponsored in any way, but they are giving away $50 worth of groceries. And so I think it's like there's one code for 1 week and another code for another week. So it's like separated between 25 and 25. And you just have to have your SNAP card on there to qualify for it. Which I thought was really cool. So I wanted to give that hope to everybody. Also, fun update. I did get a donation of a lot of canned food. Honestly, because I have a food avoidance disorder as well. I can't eat it, but I do have it for other people if they need it. I feel Harmonia has sent out a bulk order of Yardley body wipes, which basically is like a wireless bath, but for humans. I use some of that because of the fact I also, like, basically my physical and mental, like, list of diagnoses is having an unhealthy competition. Anyways, a lot of people don't know this is an actual condition, is where my sweat glands sometimes get clogged. And I get, like, a flare-up, and then my skin gets angry. And so, Texas was a nightmare for me. It took me forever to feel comfortable enough to wear a tank top. So, that being said, it is a lifesaver. I don't have to need it up here in the Midwest? I don't know. You can put in the comments to see if it's Midwest or not. I would definitely want to know. But the homeless population doesn't always have the ability to take a shower. And that's also what makes it hard for them to even remotely try to get a job or just go into places to see if they could be hiring. Another issue they have is even though the P.O. box, even though there is a free P.O. box for the homeless at USPS's, like some locations do it, a lot of places, like a lot of jobs will not accept it. They will not accept P.O. boxes. So I want to advise like trying to get a virtual P.O. box, not virtual P.O. box, but a virtual mailbox, so it connects to a P.O. box. You don't have to pay for a subscription, but it's an actual address instead of a P.O. box, blah, blah, blah. So that is my recommendation, and that's some sources that I have found. Please be true and kind always. You never know what someone else is going through. I just want everybody to be okay. If you need support, feel free to schedule an appointment with me on the calendar on the website. Talk to each other on forums, talk to each other in the chat rooms. I did separate the chat rooms from minors to adults, and there is a protection. So you have to actually have load a profile and have a birthday and stuff like that. And if I find out that somebody made a profile and is pretending to be a minor, I will put them on my safety reporting app and report them to the authorities. So please don't do that. Don't be a creeper. Don't. Please don't. Anyways, we're getting close to Halloween. I will actually be going into someone's yard and pass out candy for like an hour. I think I already showed y'all the box, but now you can see the candy in there. I also made coloring books, like little coloring books. Like it's not a major coloring book, like it just has like little things. But I made coloring books like that, and then it shares the message, be true and kind always. I also got these little patty thingies. Honestly, I liked these when I was a kid. Not showing my age whatsoever. I also will be I'm actually in the process of making envelopes, handmade envelopes, for the parents. Basically having a nice note in there to say, hey, if no one has told you this today, you're doing great. Because I feel like the parents need that right now, especially with everything going on. I do appreciate people putting stuff like food, like ramen and stuff like that out along with the candy. But keep this in mind. This is the one holiday where kids just want to see candy. And so I get the intent, but maybe save it for the next day after Halloween, like November 1st. Well, that's all for today. It's kind of a short vid today, but I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Mindful Thursday. Remember to recharge, take care of yourself, and a reminder, be true and kind to yourself and others. But never let your kindness be taken for weakness.